Warning, this podcast will contain spoilers. What's up, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the As Seen on TV podcast for the Vampire Diaries, Season 7, Episode 5, Live Through This. Shh. You heard nothing. I'm your host, Mike, and joining me is the lovely Omikins.
Hi.
This will be the final week of just the two of us.
Maybe.
Oh, I hope so. I need Dom on here to piss me off more. I get done with these podcasts and I'm so relaxed. I'm not used to it.
The thing is, after I watched this yesterday, because I didn't have a chance to watch it until yesterday. I texted Dom and I was like, "We need you to talk about this with us. It was so good." But he's still having fun wherever he is, and I want him to die in a fire.
He'll be here tomorrow.
I'm going to set a fire, and he's going to stand in it and die.
Okay. Anyway,
in the kitchen.
Some things I realized about this episode. What one's the blonde one? Mary Louise?
Mary, yeah.
Okay.
Nora's the darker-haired.
I hate her face.
You don't like Mary?
I don't like Mary Louise's face when she, has that, I surprised you devilish grin where she's looking slightly down and is, smiling. It's the same exact fucking face in every episode, and it drives me nuts.
Well, it's kind of like Tyler's poop face.
Yes, exactly. It's like Tyler's poop face. It's a single facial expression. She doesn't know how to make any others.
Well, the similarities, the way she is, just a normal face. It's just her face without the face that you'd hate, okay?
Okay.
She's a cross between Davina and Cammy for me. If you smush their faces together, not smushed.
Huh.
But,
A kith.
That's who they would look like, or who she would look like to me. This is a combination of the two.
So, who had the theory that the Phoenix Stone is actually a Soul Stone? Was that you, Dom, or Kim? Because it wasn't me.
Fuck, I don't know. I don't remember. I think we all collectively kind of pieced it all together, and then that was the main thing. We're like, yeah, that's it. It's a stone with souls in it, and that's that.
Well, it holds ancient vampire souls trapped within it.
Ancient lost vampire souls. I don't know what they mean by lost, but they're in there. And we'll obviously get an explanation how they got in there. But, what was the case for Julian to be put into that stone?
Right. How ancient are we talking? Because Julian was around in the early 1900s.
Yeah.
So that's 100 years, in my opinion, is not ancient. That's just... That's one level past old for me.
I have a question. So you know how they preserved Julian's body, right?
Yeah, magically.
Okay. I'm kind of going to cross over into the originals right now.
Do it.
Because they have the whole Sireline thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Say one of Cole's little sires happened. And one of his little dudes got put in that stone. That soul is still existing in that stone. And if it gets put into a body, what happens?
Yeah, that's a good point, because when Cole and Finn died physically, all of the vampires that were sired by them, all the way down the line, exploded.
Yeah, they just poofed.
Poofed into fire and died.
Uh-huh.
But, yeah, right, exactly. So what if their soul was in this stone? Their physical body is dead.
Obviously.
So...
But their soul's still there.
So, yeah, it's possible that vampires sired by Cole or Finn are in that stone still. That's an interesting little tidbit. Probably something they'll never expand on.
No, but it's a question to ask.
Good question for continuity's sake.
People at Pallyfest, there's questions.
There you go. Do it. So, because of this, Bonnie didn't fully understand how to use the stone, didn't really know what it was, or she wouldn't have used it. So she put 2 random vampires into Oscar and Joe's bodies. And how I was hoping one of them would be Julian, just for shits and giggles, but it wasn't.
But no. No.
So, the one that went into Oscar, after, being utterly confused and really, really, really hungry, and eating just a ton of people, turns out he remembers what the Phoenix Stone is, doesn't know why people are calling him Oscar.
He just about announced his real name, and then they
killed him.
So.
Yeah. Just about announced his real name, and he didn't want to go back in the stone. That's assuming they even had the power to put him back in it in the first place.
I assume so.
But you know what? He in his mind better destroy the stone, because if someone figures it out, they can put me back in it. And Joe's vampire seems a lot nicer, more confused and scared, and way more amnesiac.
I think everybody is assuming that every vampire soul that's in there is evil. But you can be lost and still good.
Yeah. It doesn't say anything about evil. It just says they're lost.
But everybody's assuming that. Because Julian's in there.
And we know Julian's a dick.
We know Julian's a douchebag. But maybe, she seems like a female soul to me.
Yeah.
Just saying. Because she has obviously no problem with being a girl.
Right.
I'm not saying that, couldn't have been a guy. But I'm just saying, it just feels like that to me. And she's scared and she's confused. We saw that. But she's willing to adjust.
Right. And as she says, I recognize nothing of this world. Probably because she is one of the more ancient ones in there, I guess. She remembers shit. Like nothing at all. Was already willing to accept that she was Joe, Alaric's wife, and all this other stuff. And then she started remembering tidbits, how she died, which was not how Joe died.
No. And she goes, I got stabbed. And he's like, oh yeah, I got stabbed in the heart. And he's like, no, you got stabbed in the back. She's like, no, I got stabbed in the heart. And that's when she flipped out. But, obviously, you're a vampire. You're going to get stabbed in the heart. That's the only way you can die, sweetheart.
And, she hands the gun over I have no idea how to use this.
I thought that was cute. Because that was the exact thought I had when she picked it up. I'm like, she's not going to know how to use that gun. But she knows it's a threatening object and people are going to back away from it.
Right. Well, there you go. So Alaric actually is willing to help her.
Well, it may not be his wife or soul, but it's her body.
Yeah, it is her body.
So, he realizes he's never getting Joe back at this point because there's no place. There was her soul, it just went straight to passing on found peace because there was no other side.
Yep.
So, there's no getting her back.
Nope. Well, that we know of. We still don't know if the crazy vampire hunter 3 years in the future is Joe or not. We don't know who that is.
True. And
hell, it could be Jeremy back in the fold.
The figure looked really feminine.
Okay.
And we know Jeremy, he's buff.
Yeah, alright, it's not Jeremy then. I don't know then. Maybe there's multiple.
Well,
maybe it's Lily.
We know Joe actually she actually survives past this part. Not Joe herself, but Joe the body. Whoever this soul is, she's probably just gonna take on the name Joe.
Right, because Alaric gets twins.
He gets kids. Either he adopted them, or they're theirs. And maybe the other side comes back because their souls would have been lost too.
Yeah.
And unless they have little baby vampire souls in them.
I don't know. I hope not.
I hope not.
So we find out that Julian's soul was in the Phoenix Stone as well, which, yeah, that's probably why Oscar wanted it so badly, so he can, make sure it doesn't get to Lily.
Yeah.
So,
because Oscar knew what kind of a douchebag Julian was, and he didn't want him there as much as Valerie didn't want him there.
Yeah, I guess. He was more just, delay, so he can live his own life for a little while.
I think he wanted to delay it, but I think the long-term plan was to not let it ever happen
Yeah. Yeah.
because of how awful he is. We got to see a glimpse of who Oscar was. He was a happy-go-lucky guy, and he just wanted to have fun. Julian didn't seem much like having fun kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
So
Damon and Stefan go on a little adventure with Valerie, to which Stefan is only there because Caroline pushed him to go.
She didn't really push him. It was more like Damon came in and said, "Hey, we're doing this," and then Caroline's like, "Yeah, you better.
Yeah, you better.
You got things to talk." She didn't push him.
Well, that was enough of a push.
Even if Caroline didn't say anything, Damon would have made him go.
Right, true. So their adventure is to find Julian's body and destroy it. Which they find it, and this whole time Stefan's sitting there like, being a grump, but hey, how would you feel if you're finally reunited with your first love who just ditched you? Anyway, they find the body and fail to destroy it because...
It's spelled.
No, it was preserved by a spell, but I'm assuming that the invisible Mary Louise and Nora put the fire out.
Yeah, he was spelled.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter how he was spelled and how many spells he had on him. I'm still right, he was spelled.
So they failed to do so. Excuse me.
Yes.
Yeah, at this whole, so hey, Valerie was in here trying to destroy Julian's body. And then Valerie spills the beans about how it was Lily who gave Kai the idea to put Elena in her whole suspended animation coma state.
Damon wants to rip Lily's head off.
The whole, I'm turning over a new leaf. New leaf is destroyed.
It sounds like he didn't want to kill his mom before, but he sure as hell does now. That's a new leaf.
Yeah, I guess.
It might not be the new leaf he wants, but it is one.
Turning over a new leaf is usually a positive thing.
Doesn't always have to be.
No, but usually it is a term. Yeah,
I know what. Yeah. I know what kind of context it's usually used in, but
that. So, Damon really wants to tear her head off. Probably the hair first. I don't know.
The hair first. He wants to torture the fuck out of her.
We learn that Bo is a scary motherfucker.
Oh, I love Bo. He is just like, all he did was go like this, and everything just boomed. And he can't chant any spells, but all he has to do is like look at things, and they got like boo, fire. They explode. It's just like, Bo is one crazy piece of work.
And you know what? Bo is kind of what they advertised all of the heretics to be.
Yeah. He is scary. Unlike the rest of them who are just annoying pieces of shit, Bo is the scary one. But did you notice? When they brought Julian back, he had a scar.
And when they brought him back, the scar disappeared. The scar was probably from wherever they staked him.
I don't know. I didn't see the scar disappear.
I did, clear as day. The scar healed and was gone.
So, do you think that... Because Bo, he has the scar as well. He's connected to the Phoenix Stone. So, do you think he's got the wrong soul in him? And Bo's still in the stone?
Oh, I have no idea.
Because, the only way I can think about it is Julian had that scar because he's connected to the stone because his soul was in the stone. But he's been reunited, so the scar disappeared.
I'm pretty sure I saw it disappear.
I didn't see it disappear.
I'm not going to have to go back and watch that now, because I'm pretty sure I saw it heal.
I'm thinking that the stone, yes, it's there for lost vampire souls, but you have to be marked in order for your soul to go in there.
That's possible.
So, knowing that Stefan's been marked, when he dies, his soul is going into that stone.
Mm-hmm. All right, so anyway, that's all right. After all this, Valerie spills the beans to Stefan about
the bibs.
the babies.
The one.
The baby. who Julian took care of. Probably expanded more upon it off camera. That he beat her into a miscarriage.
Yeah. Thing is now, I mean, Stefan wants to take care of Julian, and Damon wants to take care of Lily. But
Damon wants to take care of Julian with Stefan in order to torture Lily.
Exactly.
Before killing Lily.
But he wants to give Lily her happy time before it happens.
Yeah, exactly. Give her that little bit of happiness and then snatch it away from her.
Damon.
You evil son of a bitch.
Honey, never stop. Never stop. Just keep being you, hun.
And lo and behold, Julian is resurrected, and he seemed pretty damn happy to see Lily. Like, I'm guessing, you know what? He's probably a peach around Lily, but as soon as she's not in the room, he's he probably has, is two-faced. In front of Lily, he's because she says he's an angel. He's probably the sweetest, most lovable dude. But when she's not around, he's the dick we all know and have seen.
It was more like I saw relief. Like, oh my God, I'm out of that hellhole. There you are. Thank God you did it. It wasn't like, I'm happy to see you. It's more like, you got me out. I don't think he loves her at all. I don't think he appreciates her at all. He was just glad to get out of that stone.
I guess. We'll see. Because he's alive now, and we will see in the coming episodes.
Yeah.
And aside from, when Caroline says, is there anything monumental you need to tell me? And he's like, nope, nothing at all. Like, the fact that, I had my ex was coming back to see me, and she was pregnant with my baby until she got beaten into a miscarriage by this asshole.
See,
that's kind of a monumental thing you want to tell someone.
It is a monumental thing, but not something you would say over the phone.
Okay.
Stefan should have said, I will tell you when I get back. We will sit down and we will talk. I know that would stir Caroline up, but telling her that news over the phone would make her go livid. She would lose her shit.
Yes, but they want... remember, this is a television drama. So
I know, they want drama.
He's not going to tell her, and it's going to create drama, which is probably why she's...
she's going to find out, and she's not going to marry him, and all that jazz.
Probably why she's with Tyler 3 years from now.
Do we know it was with Tyler?
No, we don't, but it's... You can... It's a assumption that's actually pretty safe based on what we've seen.
He could have easily been her manager.
You know what? Yes, you've said that. I'm saying it's not a perfect guaranteed she's with Tyler.
No.
But I'm saying there is a good chance.
I mean, they're really focusing on this first love thing. Even in the originals, they're focusing on this first love thing.
Right. We don't know shit about the future timeline except little bit of tidbits that they're showing us.
Tidbits here and there.
And the tidbit we got this episode is that Enzo and Bonnie are a fucking item.
I squeed because that was something I didn't expect, and I wanted Enzo to have somebody, and I wanted Bonnie to have somebody. I don't know why. I didn't make the connection in my head earlier, but when it happened, I was in love. That was the best ship that could have ever happened for me.
So yeah, exactly. Let's set the scene. I'm sitting here finishing a couple of things I had to work on. She's over there watching TV, and all of a sudden I hear. I'm like, what? She goes, is that Enzo and Bonnie together? And I'm like, yeah, look at that. And then I got up and watched the rest of the episode with her. Because that was a really interesting.
Gildarts. I just have to... I have to just look at chat right now and read... Gildart says, can I say that beating was a miscarriage of justice? Shush, you.
That's terrible.
That is a terrible pun.
I like it.
Of course you do. Dom would love it too.
Oh, Dom would be sitting here slow clapping because he would love that.
He would either be slow clapping or he'd be rolling on the floor laughing out loud.
Oh yeah, he'd probably fall off camera. So that's all that really happened this episode.
Gosh. You can see the little quirks between Bonnie and Enzo, like at the present time, where they're like playing on each other, but they still really hate each other.
Exactly.
But that's how Damon and her started out.
That's true, and now he calls her Bonbon.
He calls her Bonbon. They're best friends. I mean, more like a completely different kind of best friend than Alaric and Damon, but they're still best friends.
Right. So, that's that for this episode.
That's it.
Next episode, Best Served Cold.
Shrimp?
I'm guessing they mean revenge. But,
Oh.
After being reunited with her former love, Julian, Lily hosts a dinner party to introduce him to Damon and Stefan and to declare peace between her family of heretics and the residents of Mystic Falls. Damon and Stefan find themselves at an impasse when they realize they have differing views on how to handle Julian's arrival. At the party, Bonnie and Matt uncover a strange mystery involving some unsuspecting residents, while a devastating revelation causes Alaric to reach his breaking point.
If it has to do with Joe not being in her body, dude, you already know that.
It's gotta be something different.
It probably has to do with the babies.
Probably has to do with the babies. She's gonna walk up and like, all right, dude, look, I'm pregnant. Or something like that.
I mean, would that make him reach his breaking point, though?
I have no idea.
You'd think he'd be kind of relieved in the sense that his babies are still alive.
Probably. And I don't know.
I don't know. I kind of figured that Damon and Stefan would not see eye to eye on how to take care of Julian.
Yeah,
I mean, we know how Damon likes to do things, and we know how Stefan likes to do things.
Yeah.
The only way Stefan would do things close to Damon's way is if he was a Ripper.
Right. I think Stefan's gonna be more of the get it done with, and Damon's gonna be the draw this out and torture.
Mm-hmm.
Be evil about it.
Well.
Oh, that's our show, everybody. Miss Nikki.
Mm-hmm.
Where can they find you?
Where can they find me?
Where?
Places.
You're in pen throwing distance.
I know. I have many pens over here, plus bigger objects, so you know what? Don't threaten me.
That's a battery.
You can find me in places and here, or there. That on Twitter, at LadyVenom24, LadyYvenom24.
You could find me there on Twitter at Philodrin. See how easy that was? And you could find all of us on Facebook, Gmail, Google+, Twitter, MySpace, and most importantly, YouTube at ASOTV Podcast. You can follow us at those places for some more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows. Deflecting you with a book. Thank you all for watching. If you're watching live, Heroes will be on in 20 minutes. You suck.
Oh, these things don't fly very good.
No, they don't. Don't hit me with Pop Rocks. You're scaring the cats.
Hey, kitties, it's just candy.